This is David John Oates, broadcasting from Adelaide, South Australia, where we are expecting a very hot day today. Expecting temperatures of 42, 43 degrees centigrade, which in old Fahrenheit terms for those in America is about 110, 115. So it does get quite hot in Australia, even though I'm right down on the southern coast of Australia. Way down the bottom is where Adelaide is. If you get a map, Adelaide's in the centre, right down the very bottom of Australia, on the Gulf actually. St Vincent's Gulf is the name of the Gulf, and it's situated on the Gulf. And a little bit of out of the way town. We've got a population of 1.5 million, so it's not too bad. Fairly good sized city, but off the beaten track as far as the tourists are concerned. Most of tourists to Australia do Melbourne, Sydney, Brisbane, up and down the east coast, and Adelaide tends to get left off. It's a bit of a shame, really. It's a beautiful city. We've got a lot of things in Adelaide. We've even got our own casino. How about that, hey? Into the 21st century, if you're into casinos, Adelaide's got its very own casino, and Adelaide's actually known as the city of churches, and lots of beautiful churches all throughout Adelaide, which gets me to the topic of the show tonight, and we'll talk about that in a bit of a sec. I'm going to be looking at some of the spiritual aspects of reverse speech in the show today. No guests, just me for the whole 2 hours. If you want to call in, I'm taking calls. The phone number to call in, toll free in the United States, is 844-769-2944. That's 844-769-2944. I'd love to take your calls. Anything you want to talk about, then feel free, and we'll put you on the air. Upcoming events in reverse speech. I'm off to America next week. I leave on Friday. I'll try and get a show for you next week. It'll be a pre-recorded show. I've got one that I can do. So there'll still be a show, although I will be on a plane and flying at that stage. And then I'm in Santa Cruz for 2 weeks. I stay with my fiance, and we're getting married on June 16th in Adelaide. It's 3:00 in the afternoon. That's a Saturday afternoon. If you want to come along to the wedding and fly all the way to Australia, we'd love to see you. Email me, backwards@reversespeech.com. Have a bit of a reverse speech wedding. We're going to do a reverse speech workshop the day after for all those who've come in from so far away. And so you're welcome. Free workshop. I'm not charging for it. It's our wedding gift to you. And we've got a couple of guest speakers, which I'll tell you more about as the time gets closer. So June 16th in Adelaide, Australia, is my wedding. There you go. We'll have a whole bunch of fun. Good stuff. All right. I've got a lecture in Portland on February the 17th. That will start at 7 p.m. Let me see if I can pull the address for the lecture up for you real quick. So if you've never heard me lecture, come to Portland, and the lecture is going to be held at, where is it? I got the email right here. Well, there we go. It's not there. All right. I will go to the Reverse Speech website. I will find out the address of the lecture, and we'll post it on the upcoming events. Here we go. The name of the venue is called Flex Place, and the location is 1307 Northwest Overton Street in Portland, Oregon. I think that's downtown Portland. 1307 Northwest Overton Street, Portland, Oregon, and the location of the venue is Flex Space, and that will be at 7 o'clock in the evening. That's a Saturday evening, February the 17th. I'll have all my books for sale there, including my latest book, It's Only a Metaphor, 550-page book about the discovery of reverse speech and all the events that surrounded that discovery and how it all came together. So a marvelous book. Everyone who's read it has absolutely raved about it. So anyway, all my books will be available at the lecture. If you want to get hold of my books or hear me talk, I will be in Portland, Oregon on February the 17th. So there you go. Love to see you. The call-in number once again is 844-769-2944. That's 844-769-2944, toll-free in the United States. We've had a bit of a delay on the app that was supposed to be out this week, but unfortunately we had some technical glitches with it. We're going to do some more work on it, so it'll be delayed a couple of weeks. But the new app for the latest version of iPhone will be out within 2 or 3 weeks. And I'm sorry we had to delay. Those of you who are waiting patiently, then we will get it out to you. After the iPhone app is released, we're starting work immediately on the Android app. So that's probably 2 or 3 months away, I think. But we will have the app out for Android. And then after those 2 apps are out, we're starting on our next major adventure, which is to develop voice recognition that can automatically find speech reversals. And the voice recognition has certainly advanced to the stage where it's certainly worth a try. I've actually been quite impressed with speech recognition. I've got a Google Home in my house. Oops, I just turned it on by saying its name. Sorry,
I don't understand.
Yeah, it just says, sorry, I don't understand. That's Australia's equivalent to Alexa, I guess. And I've been having so much fun with it, talking to it, got it turning on my lights, and I've got my house all wired up now with security cameras and burglar alarms, and it's all connected through the internet, all to my iPhone. So while I'm away, I can monitor my house, and if my car alarm goes off, it calls me on my mobile phone. It's all very exciting stuff. The wonders of modern technology. Anyway, I've been experimenting with Google Home, and I'm really quite impressed with its level of comprehension and its ability to interact. So I'm encouraged that the speech recognition has advanced to a stage where we can start to apply it to finding reversals, and then we have a game changer at that stage. Reverse speech goes to a whole new level. If we can have speech recognition that will print out on an app what the person is actually saying backwards, that's mind reading in the palm of our hands. And that's real 21st century stuff, isn't it? But that's where we're heading. And I think that speech recognition has advanced sufficiently enough to be able to find reversals in speech live. So it will be a very exciting development for reverse speech. All right, some other news I've got to tell you. The next training class starts April the 21st. There are only 3 spaces left in this class. We are almost full. We can't take any more than 20 students into class. We're up to 17 now, so we've got 3 spots left. And then anyone who signs up after that will be moved to the November class. Okay, so if you want to get training, the training class starts April the 21st. Go to the Reverse Speech website, reversespeech.com, and click on the training tab and submit your application. Only 3 spots left in this class, and I assure you they will fill fast. This is really the career of the future. Those analysts who start now are starting on the ground floor. The world's your oyster. You can take reverse speech anywhere. Build your own practice. Maybe go and become a trainer and train others. Build your own business. The opportunities are really endless for the growth and expansion of reverse speech. And anyone who really wants to get in now is still getting on the ground floor. I think we have 17 practitioners in the world, which is not many. That's a very, very small number. So there's just so much room for growth and expansion. Go to the Reverse Speech website, reversespeech.com, click on the training tab, and submit your applications. 3 spots left in this current class, and then the next class will be November, and then next year, 2019, the course fees will be going up. So get in this year at this year's prices before the price goes up next year. Okay, all right. I think that's all I want to cover in my opening monologue. Apps and training, lecture in Portland. I'll be on Clyde Lewis's show, by the way, live on February the 16th on the Friday night. And Clyde goes to 300 stations now all across the United States. So that should be that's a nice exposure for a speech. So I'll be in Portland on Clyde Lewis's show on Friday the 16th, and then the lecture in Portland is on Friday the 17th, where I'll be presenting all the latest reversals on Trump, and etc., etc. So that's reverse speech. Okay, I want to talk about some of the spiritual aspects of reverse speech in the show today. I guess I was going to use the word unfortunately, but I will use the word unfortunately. Unfortunately, in my public presentations, only really one side of reverse speech gets presented, and that's the politicians. I mean, that's what the media wants. That's what the radio shows want. They want to know what's going on in the political arena. But politicians are only 5% of my work. The vast majority of my work is done in the session work, in working with clients. Excuse me, I had to sneeze. And that's where the real power and majesty of reverse speech is. And reverse speech is coming from many different levels of the mind, and only the surface level is the truth and the lies. That's when the politicians are lying, you'll get the truth in reverse. And nearly all of my radio shows focus on politicians, but like I said, that's only the tip of the iceberg. Only about 10% of all reversals are coming from the conscious area of the mind. That is, thoughts that we are aware of having at the time of speaking, the truth and lies, extra information. All of that is what we call conscious reversals, or as reverse speech students call them, first level reversals. But by far the vast majority of reversals are coming from the unconscious area of the mind, where it talks about personality patterns, behavioral structures, and at the deepest level of reverse speech, it talks about matters about the soul and the spirit and God. I just started writing my latest book, The Still Small Voice Within, and it's all about the spiritual aspect of reverse speech. The side of reverse speech that gets ignored and overlooked, but it's the most powerful part of reverse speech of all. Now, let me play a classic reversal. This is from a practitioner, reverse speech practitioner Wayne Nicholson, in working with his client. So listen to it forwards.
We'll likely get reversals that are pretty clearly from your unconscious mind, your subconscious.
And this one says, soul serve you, make you feel love.
Soul serve you, make you feel love. Soul serve you, make you feel love. Soul serve you, make you feel love.
Wonderful reversal. And so soul serve you. This references the soul. And the soul will serve you, make you feel love. You will feel the love and energy of the soul. And as he's starting session work with his client, this is the message he's giving off. All right, here's another reversal. This is a fairly long one, but it's a fairly important reversal. It's from reverse speech practitioner Jack Johnston, who's talking to his computer, looking for where reverse speech is coming from. And we'll...
Is there the voice of God among you? Or are you servants of divinity, servants of God? Or is there the voice of God?
And so he's talking to his tape player, trying to find out, is the voice of God present in reverse speech? And the reversal comes back and says God was in the verse, he's the living force in the verse. Here we go.
God was in the verse, he's never was in the verse.
And then there's a little bit at the end that says, we are Earl.
We are Earl.
Okay, God was in the verse, he's the living force in the verse, we are Earl.
God was in the verse, he's never was in the verse. We are Earl.
And we are Earl, we are great, we are grand, we are noble. And God was in the verse being reverse speech. And he's the living force in the verse. So this reversal goes down and states quite plainly that reverse speech is coming from the voice of God. And God is present in the voice of reverse speech. Here's a great reversal that I really love. This is also reverse speech practitioner Jack Johnson, and he's talking to his tape recorder. So here we go.
Does it further for us to put more energy and money and effort?
And backwards. Okay, he's worried and concerned. He's looking for advice from his reversals. And the reversal comes back and says, you're frightened, lean on me.
You're frightened, lean on me.
You're frightened, lean on me. You're frightened, lean on me.
Yeah, so this is the voice of his spirit talking to him and saying, I know you're frightened. Don't worry, lean on me. Let me be your strength. I will support you. His spirit is giving him comfort and advice and reassurance in reverse. And you see those type of messages in reverse speech constantly. I mean, when I do my session tapes with clients, there's two words that come up practically every tape I do constantly, and they are the word God. Sorry, scratch that. They are the word wolf and the word soul. And soul and wolf are probably the two most common metaphors of all. A wolf being our drive, our motivation, our stamina, and soul, of course, being that living essence inside of it that is connected to the divine, the part of us that survives death. And reverse speech talks about this. Listen to this reversal.
I've got to follow life my way, and I'm still not sure what my way is yet, by the way.
And backwards it says, soul, I'll live forever.
I'll live forever. I'll live forever. I'll live forever.
And yes, soul, I'll live forever. So reverse speech talks about the endlessness of life, that life goes on beyond physical death. And with our soul, we will live forever. Yeah, a wonderful reversal. And so at the very deepest levels of reverse speech details the nature of the soul, what the soul is, how to connect to the soul, how to hear the voice of the soul. And this will be the topic of my next book, The Still Small Voice Within, where I'll be detailing all the spiritual aspects of reverse speech. Okay. Reverse speech also talks about the soul as being ageless and timeless. Here, listen to this reversal here. You okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, sorry, I was waiting for the next question.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were expanding that.
I was having a little thought about it.
Oh, right. Okay. So when you say you don't even know what that was, what, to this day or back then?
And backwards, I say backwards, I see this old soul.
To this old soul.
To this old soul. To this old soul.
So I'm recognizing that the soul of this person is old. It's been around for a long, long time. Okay? Here's a reference to God, specifically in reverse speech. There's going to be a chapter in my latest book called God is Only a Metaphor. That will be the title of the chapter. That's going to upset a few people, isn't it? However, it's said with very much tongue-in-cheek, as is the title of my latest book, It's Only a Metaphor. It's also said tongue-in-cheek, and we will detail the nature of God. Here's God in reverse. Here's the forwards.
That's what I feel a lot like lately myself. Is like it seems like I can really truly believe that in reverse speech I'm doing what God wants me to do. I mean, I was chosen for this. I didn't have a choice. It wasn't like...
Okay, so he's doing what God wants him to do. And backwards, the sheep server, make God feel good.
A sheep server make God feel good. A sheep server make God feel good. A sheep server make God feel good.
And sheep server, reverse speech is the sheep server. It is here to serve the sheep. Or it could be referencing himself as the sheep server. But as we serve and nurture the sheep, which are the people or citizens of the earth, we make God feel good. And so here we have God in reverse, a fairly common metaphor, God. And God appears with many names. He can also appear as Shiva and Krishna and Allah and Jesus and Yeshua, Yahweh, Elohim. There's many different names that God appears in reverse. We'll continue this discussion. Come back after the break.
What if we already know how to prevent and to reverse every known so-called disease? What if the government is in cahoots with the allopathic system to hide this information from you to keep you weak and enslaved to their system? What if living a higher quality of life than you ever thought possible was available to you now? Well, it's true. It's easier and more cost-effective than you think, and so life-changing that your only regret will not be having done it sooner. Because you already know what the answer is. Royal Velvet Pure. You've heard Jeff talk about it. You've heard the incredible testimonies that it has scores of benefits and it works for everyone. Now you may not know this. We have partnered with Jeff to empower you, giving you an opportunity we do not give anyone else. When you buy 2 Royal Velvet Pure, we give you another one free. Want to take that first step toward freedom and positive transformation? Go to royalvelvetnow.com. Click on the rinse icon in the upper right-hand corner or call us toll-free, 1-877-488-7423.
Would you like to change your life? Maybe access your deepest potential? Do you have blocks that hold you back or long-term issues you haven't been able to resolve? Then Reverse Speech Session Work is for you. With Reverse Speech Session Work, your voice is recorded and then analysed for speech reversals. These reversals will give a detailed look into the unconscious mind and pinpoint precise reasons for current behavioural problems. Then following another recording, a series of metaphoric journeys into the unconscious mind are mapped out and delivered to you. These journeys will change deep unconscious structures and hence current behaviour. Change your life today. Sign up for Reverse Speech Session Work. Go to www.reversespeech.com or call 503-568-7077. Okay, we are back for the second part of the first hour
we are discussing the spiritual aspects of reverse speech. Well, we've only just really started our discussion. If you want to join in and participate in the discussion, the toll-free number is 844-769-2944. That's 844-769-2944. We just played you the reversal, the sheep server, make God feel good. Let's play that one again. Here we go.
That's what I feel a lot like lately myself. Is like it seems like, and I really truly believe that in reverse speech I'm doing what God wants me to do. I mean, I was chosen for this. I didn't have a choice. It wasn't like.
And this is the sheep server, make God feel good.
A sheep server make God feel good. A sheep server make God feel good. A sheep server make God feel good.
Yeah, the sheep server make God feel good. Wonderful reversal. Okay, let's look at some of the other reversals I want to play. I want to talk about some of the functions of the soul, and I'm going to play you a reversal on me. Okay, and this is found in a very difficult period of my life. I was in deep depression. I just come back from the United States with my tail between my legs, if I was to be perfectly honest. As my book, It's Only a Metaphor, described, I was crushed and destroyed. And then not long after I got back, my son died, and I was in a deep state of depression. And I'm in a class, and I'm trying to talk about some of the reasons for my depression. And in this particular section, I'm theorizing forwards. I'm very sensitive to energy. Maybe it's energy I'm picking up. So here's the forwards.
Could be. Yeah, could be. Well, see, I'm very sensitive to energy. Ultra sensitive.
And this reversal says, listen to the emotion in this. My soul give the pain.
My soul give the pain. My soul give the pain. My soul give the pain.
My soul give the pain. Okay, so why is my soul giving me pain? Well, reverse speech says the soul is like a mirror. It reflects back to us what we give it. Okay? So if we give it depression, it gives us more depression. If we give it happiness and peace, it gives us more happiness and peace. If we give it anger, it gives us more anger. If we give it forgiveness, it gives us more forgiveness. And that one simple fact of the soul being a mirror can dramatically transform your life. Because you need to start to be consciously aware of the things that you are thinking and the things you are feeling. And so my soul was giving back to me the pain that I was experiencing. It was amplifying it and projecting it back to me. And in order to solve that depression I was feeling, I had to work down with the soul itself and change the soul. And so I did that. I went into session work with some client, with a practitioner of mine, and here's us at the end of the session work.
I'm working on all my soul stuff, but look at my weight loss. That's
And backwards I say, the soul well. So, after I had sorted out my issues, the verses come back and say the soul well. So that's using reverse speech as a checkpoint to tell us whether we've had success or not in the process that we are working on. Okay. So let me play that reverse again. My soul gives the pain, because I think it's amazing reversal. In particularly in the emotion it communicates. So here's the forwards.
Could be. Yeah, could be. Well, see, I'm very sensitive to energy. Ultra sensitive to energy.
And backwards, my soul give the pain.
My soul give the pain. My soul give the pain. My soul give the pain.
All right, I want to look at another reversal of mine that really tells us more about where reverse speech is coming from. If you remember, I played the reversal. God was in the verse; He's the living force in the verse. telling us that God's Spirit is influencing the reversals. Okay, and here is another one. This is me on a radio show.
Sometimes people ask me, does reverse speech endorse any particular religion? And the answer to that is no. There are no deities or religions that reverse speech endorses or says this is right or this is wrong. It just talks about the soul and the endlessness of life. And that in itself is very powerful. Indeed.
And backwards I say, it's the voice in heaven.
It's the voice in heaven. It's the voice in heaven.
Okay, so that also shows us the depth from which reverse speech is coming. It is a voice in heaven. God is in the verse. He's a living force in the verse. With such an amazing phenomenon of reverse speech, given these reversals, why isn't the world beating a path to my door? Where are all the world religions who are seeking the voice of the Spirit? Well, I don't know. God comes in the strangest of places, doesn't he? Backwards in tapes. The last place you would think to find God. And of course that's exactly where God comes. That's typical. All right, here we have another one talking about the soul.
You know how the role of passing it on to your kids from what you've learned, and you bring them up the best you can, but you've passed traits on to them, and that's what it was. But
right, well, that's traditional. Sorry,
yeah.
Go ahead.
I was just going to say you can't always blame.
And this one says, our soul looks down in heaven.
Our soul looks down in heaven.
Our soul looks down in heaven. Our soul looks down in heaven.
And reverse speech says that heaven lies in the deepest regions of the mind. And so the soul is nestled deep into our unconsciousness and residing in the part of the mind known as heaven. Now, in hour 2 of the show today, I'm going to take you on a soul meta walk. We're going to go and visit the soul in the city of heaven. So listen to, make sure you stay around for part 2 of our show today in hour 2. No guest today. It's me for the whole 2 hours. Okay. All right. So our soul looks down in heaven. All right. Let me see. What else can I? Oh, look, here's another one. Couple reversals, similar to an earlier one I played about my soul gives the pain. Here's a client.
That'll be nice. I'm hoping I can work on manifesting.
And this one says the soul will need panic. Wow. Wow, you see, that's another one that shows that the soul creates these emotions that we feed to it. The soul will need panic, okay? And here's another one of a similar nature.
Because even though it's not a good support at the moment, it's something.
Sure. Yeah, right.
It's not a healthy support, but it's not zero.
Yeah, right.
Zero would be even worse, because then I might not be able to cope even more.
And this one says, look, your soul will feed the worries.
Look, your soul must be every worries. Look, your soul must be every worries.
Look, your soul must be every worries. So that's like my soul will need panic. It's the same type of feeling. And we are unaware consciously of how much influence the soul has on who we are and what we feel. Okay? And look, here's another one. Gee whiz, everywhere.
I don't get it. Am I turning people off? Is there something that I'm doing subconsciously that's deterring people? I don't know.
And this one says, it must hurt the soul.
It must hurt the soul.
Wow.
It must hurt the soul.
It must hurt the soul. So she's running a behavioural pattern that will hurt the soul. Okay? So, wow. All right, here, let's find some good soul reversals. Okay, I played a couple of bad ones. Okay, here's a good one.
I was secure in knowing where my place in the world was and what the universe, what was out there, basically. That's all.
And this one says the soul whirlwind.
That's all whirlwind. That's all whirlwind. That's all whirlwind.
Yeah, the energy, the essence, the power of the soul. Let's find another good one about the soul. Is one that says we will feel the soul.
There are a few questions. One related to ISIS, of course.
Yes,
and
of course.
The sort of experiences that didn't repeat, the whys and wherefores of that, and whether there is a way in which I can activate that in some way or get back involved in that.
And this one says we will feel the soul.
We will feel the soul.
Wow.
We will feel the soul. We will feel the soul.
The soul is a very active part of us. It influences our emotions, our thoughts, our actions. Okay? And, yeah, okay. So, here, let's, look, here's this is a funny one on the soul. This is Sarah Palin.
And say, no, start all over on this healthcare scheme and pass meaningful market-based reforms that incorporate some simple steps that have broad support. The best idea is not backroom deals.
Oh, no idea this reversal means. It says the soul by his face for Christmas.
The soul by his face for Christmas.
The soul by his face for Christmas. The soul by his face for Christmas. I don't know what that means, but there you go. I just played one. Here's one from Australia, former Prime Minister Tony Abbott.
Well, look, I don't say that the system is perfect, but I think that it's the best that we are likely to get.
And this one says, save that spirit.
Let's do it.
Yes.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Oh, no, it's not that spirit, the spirit. Save the spirit.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
You know, spirit itself as a reversal doesn't come up very often. Only hear it every now and then. I mean, soul, you hear it every tape practically, but spirit only occasionally. Here's one of Michael Moore.
The majority of Americans want the rich to be taxed.
And this one says, I see the spirit now.
I see the spirit now.
Wow.
I see the spirit now. I see the spirit now.
Yeah, well, there you go. I see the spirit now. Do I have any other ones about spirit in my folder here? Yeah, here's one. Another one about spirit. Here's the forwards.
So I do apologise a lot for things that maybe don't need apologising for. So I don't know, maybe there is something in it. Maybe, you know, on that deeper unconscious, I do feel that, you know, I'm dumb, or I don't like to say the words out loud because I wouldn't like to think that I think that way about myself. But
and this one says, my spirit, you're damned. Wow.
My spirit, yeah, damn it. My spirit, yeah, damn it. My spirit. Yeah, damn it.
You know what? I don't know whether that does say damned. It certainly says spirit.
My spirit, yeah, damn it. My spirit, yeah, damn it. My spirit, yeah, damn it.
Oh, yeah, I can hear damned there. It's just a soft ED on the end. Here's someone that's talking about my work with reverse speech.
You've just learned from reverse speech that there's different categories, and when we said before that, you know, you said that if you take a cursory glance, otherwise it's just your own stuff. I realised it was the whole thing was their own stuff.
And here you say, God's nourished this soul.
God's nourished his soul. God's nourished his soul.
Sorry, his soul. God's nourished his soul.
God's nourished his soul. God's nourished his soul. God's nourished his soul.
Yeah, there we go. God's nourished his soul. So there you have God and soul in the one reversal. And here's another one that references the soul.
You're then on a path that will lead you into horrible sort of lifetimes. I mean, horrible sort of stuff.
And you say, here is my soul.
Here is my soul. Here is my soul. Here is my soul.
Here is my soul. Okay. Here's another one, similar type reversal.
A lot of changes along the way, developing, that sort of thing. And I think it's probably something that, it's happened over a little while, and it'll take a little while to really put it back on track.
And this one says, here there was soul.
Here with soul.
Well, that's clear.
Here with soul. Here with soul.
Okay, so hang on, let's listen to the forwards again on this one. Here's the forwards.
A lot of changes along the way, developing, that sort of thing. And I think it's probably something that, it's happened over a little while, and it'll take a little while to really put it back on track.
And here there was soul.
Here there was soul.
Here there was soul. Here there was soul.
Yeah, there we go. Here, there with soul. And here we have here we have soul in a negative context.
I get a very strong feeling
Okay.
from the positive that yes, they're ready to come through.
Yeah.
They're just pushing to come through.
Right.
Yeah, that is very, very strong.
Uh-huh.
In fact, that's a lot stronger than the uncertainty of the negative.
And this one says, and my soul with the devil.
And my soul with the devil.
Wow.
And my soul with the devil.
Yeah.
And my soul with the devil.
All right. This is a guy who's talking forwards about feeling very positive about his business, but he's actually went bankrupt. So even though he's seeking positive forwards, the reversal is quite negative. And that was his outcome in the physical world. Here's, the soul can have emotions. Here's one that talks about some of these emotions.
So my mission in life was to get so fucked up I could say I can't cope.
And backwards he says, angry soul.
Angry soul. Angry soul. Angry soul.
So the soul is angry. So his mission was to get so blanked up. Here's the forwards again.
So my mission in life was to get so fucked up I could say I can't cope.
An angry soul.
Angry soul. Angry soul. Angry soul.
Yep, okay, and then here's another one.
That I wasn't happy about my parents still being stuck in the muck.
Right.
Remember, and they sort of disappeared up in the whirlwind.
Yep.
And whilst I'm not upset about it, I'm not, I just thought, oh, they're still in it. And off they went.
No, we already talked. This one says, I bless spot on my soul.
I have a spot on my soul. I have a spot on my soul.
I have a spot on my soul.
Because there's a couple ways you can interpret that. Is she blessing a negative spot on her soul, or is she giving it positive energy? That's a bit of a strange one, isn't it? So, all right, here is a reversal that talks about some of the functions of reverse speech.
The lost soul of wisdom seems to make a bit of sense.
Right. And backwards it says it seals the law solid.
It seals the law solid.
It seals the law solid. It seals the law solid.
And that talks about what the soul does. Reverse speech talks about the laws in the deep unconscious mind. And these are laws that we live by. And they're the rules and conducts of behavior. Our patterns, our thoughts, our actions. And it seals the law solid. It tells us that the soul allows the laws to manifest in the physical world. It causes what is esoteric to become physical, or it seals the law solid. I think there's a whole phrase. Let me run this whole thing backwards. Oh. Yeah, it seals the law. Beyond its mess, it seals the law solid. Yeah, beyond its mess, it seals the law solid. So beyond all the troubles and dysfunctions that we have caused the soul to carry around, beyond all of that, its function is to manifest into the physical world what is in the unconscious and what is in the soul itself, or it seals the law solid. Okay, here's a woman talking about pain and anguish.
I'm actually really setting it up all the time.
Setting what up?
That it gets confirmed.
That your soul is damned?
Yeah.
How?
Well, I'm just in my actions, in my...
This one says, it's in my soul.
It's not my soul.
Oh, it's crying. Listen to the emotions in this again.
It's not my soul. It's not my soul. It's not my soul.
So she has issues down in her soul. It's in my soul, okay? All right, here we have another one. Here's the forwards.
And I'm just fascinated by us and by anything that helps me understand myself and the rest of us and helps me help people.
And this one says the soul is sharing the force on this. Okay, so let's listen to the forwards again. I want to listen to the forwards again on this one.
And I'm just fascinated by us and by anything that helps me understand myself and the rest of us and helps me help people.
And the soul is sharing the force on this. So her soul is fascinated too. Her fascination is shared by her soul itself. Okay? All right. Here is another one here. Where are we? We'll run this one forwards.
I don't know if it's guilt or what. And it goes, you know, inside, like it's dark. And I thought, what's the matter with me? You know, they aren't.
And this one says, you run my soul.
You run my soul. You run my soul. You run my soul.
Yeah, nice and clear. Reversal, you run my soul. So the soul can be programmed by our thoughts and our actions. And then it feeds back to us the very programming that we gave to it. That's what reverse speech tells me. And it is a mirror. It reflects back to us what we give to it. So on the level of soul, there is no good or bad. There is only creation and manifestation, what we choose to program the soul with our thoughts and feelings and emotions. All right? Yeah, here's another one. Let's run this one forward.
I don't get it. You know, am I turning people off? Is there something that I'm doing subconsciously that's deterring people? I don't know.
And this one says, it must hurt the soul.
It must hurt the soul. It must hurt the soul.
It must hurt the soul.
Yeah, nice and clear. It must hurt the soul. Okay, here we have another one about hurt.
I haven't felt good about myself since then, but you know that's.
And this one says that hurts divine.
That hurts divine.
That hurts divine. That hurts divine.
So it shows that our actions and our thoughts can actually hurt and damage our spiritual essence inside. Okay? All right. We played, let me see. Here we have another one. Let's run this one forwards.
I could have believed that she was on the drugs, and even now, Olivia lies to me about everything, you know, and I still believe her that she's lying.
And this one says the soul evil. Okay, we'll be back right after this. Would you like to change your life? Maybe access your deepest potential? Do you have blocks that hold you back, or long-term issues you haven't been able to resolve? Then Reverse Speech Session Work is for you. With Reverse Speech Session Work, your voice is recorded and then analysed for speech reversals. These reversals will give a detailed look into the unconscious mind and pinpoint precise reasons for current behavioural problems. Then following another recording, a series of metaphoric journeys into the unconscious mind are mapped out and delivered to you. These journeys will change deep unconscious structures and hence current behaviour. Change your life today. Sign up for Reverse Speech Session Work. Go to www.reversespeech.com or call 503-568-7077.
Known worldwide as the most consistently fascinating, informative, and unique program on radio, the Jeff Rense program can be yours to listen to anytime, anywhere, whenever you want to hear it. For pennies a day, our subscribers can download any of Jeff's thousands of programs featuring a treasury of newsmakers, researchers, eyewitnesses, and incredible subjects, all in MP3 commercial-free, crystal-clear 56-bit digital sound, and take these often unforgettable programs with them wherever they go. As a subscriber, you can also listen live at airtime, online, anywhere in the world, or browse through our archives of over 6,000 hours of legendary broadcasts. Subscribe now by taking the link at the top of Rense.com and enrich your mind with the most unique panorama of vital information and the best independent, honest journalism in radio. Look for the Subscribe Now link on Rense.com and give yourself the knowledge you need for these unprecedented times. You're listening to the Rense Radio Network, nationwide and worldwide on the net and at Rense.com.
Oxygen. It's nature's oldest therapy and plays an essential role in destroying viruses, bacteria, mold, yeast, and fungus, and keeping the human body healthy and strong. Now, you can give your body and your immune system a mega boost of disease-fighting oxygen with all-natural Oxy-C. With so many people now leading a sedentary indoor lifestyle, most are in a chronic state of oxygen deprivation, which sets up a perfect environment for disease, general fatigue, and a host of other symptoms. Oxy-C is yours in simple, convenient capsules. Nothing to mix, nothing to hassle with. Take it with juice or water anytime. Feel a cold or flu approaching? Have no energy or spark anymore? Try all-natural Oxy-C and prepare to be amazed. Oxy-C is only available from New Earth Health Solutions at Rense.com. Look for the New Earth banner at Rense.com.
Are you prepared for the future? Do you know how to navigate past the upcoming dangers before it's too late and seize budding opportunities before others do? Forecasting worldwide since 1980, Gerald Celente, publisher of the Trends Journal, provides timely and accurate trend forecasts that have earned him the reputation as the most trusted name in trends. The proof is in the hundreds of accurate forecasts Celente has made over the past 30 years. The 1987 stock market crash, the clean food trend, the dot-com bust. The Trends Journal alerts subscribers to early, subtle signs of crucial trends that will shape our future. It allows readers to anticipate change, recognize the implications, and take proactive strategies. Put your money where your mind is with Gerald Salenti's brilliant and indispensable Trends Journal. Go to trendsjournal.com or call 845-331-3500. That's 845-331-3500.
Known worldwide as the most consistently fascinating, informative, and unique program on radio, the Jeff Rense program can be yours to listen to anytime, anywhere, whenever you want to hear it. For pennies a day, our subscribers can download any of Jeff's thousands of programs featuring a treasury of newsmakers, researchers, eyewitnesses, and incredible subjects, all in MP3 commercial-free, crystal-clear 56-bit digital sound, and take these often unforgettable programs with them wherever they go. As a subscriber, you can also listen live at airtime, online, anywhere in the world, or browse through our archives of over 6,000 hours of legendary broadcasts. Subscribe now by taking the link at the top of Rense.com and enrich your mind with the most unique panorama of vital information and the best independent, honest journalism in radio. Look for the Subscribe Now link on Rense.com and give yourself the knowledge you need for these unprecedented times.
You've heard the ads on this radio station about Royal Velvet. You know you want and need the benefits that Royal Velvet offers, but you haven't gone to the website RoyalVelvetNow.com. You've procrastinated. You haven't started your journey towards dramatic improvements in that vim, vigor, and energy you've always wanted. Reward yourself. You deserve it. No, really. All you have to do is go to RoyalVelvetNow.com, click on the rinse icon in the upper right-hand corner, and order a couple bottles of Royal Velvet, which is a month's supply, and you're on your way to experiencing the most life-changing product in the world. Oh, by the way, to experience just how powerful Royal Velvet is, do what thousands of our clients have done. Stop taking all your supplements and just take Royal Velvet. Do it for a month. You will feel better, look better, and be dramatically better. And besides being blown away by the results, you'll also be ecstatic over the huge amount of money you saved. There are 1,440 minutes in a day. It takes less than 5 minutes to place an order at RoyalVelvetNow.com. Go there now. Your life will never be the same.
Scientists in England have succeeded in stabilizing the time-honored substance in garlic that destroys harmful bacteria, viruses, molds, yeast, and fungus. This all-natural microbe killer is called Allicin C, and it's now available to you in 100% vegetarian capsules only on the New Earth page at Rense.com. This powerful broad-spectrum antimicrobial agent is harmless to friendly bacteria and has been concentrated to equal an astonishing 35 cloves of garlic in each vegetarian capsule. Think about it.
Hour 2 of the Weekly Reverse Speech Show, where I normally bring you my guests, but I don't have a guest this week. It's just me. So what I'm going to do instead in the beginning of Hour 2 is I'm going to take you on a soul journey. We're going to travel to visit the soul in an on-air meta walk. So I'm going to do this right now. So what I'd like you to do is to get nice and comfortable and relaxed, okay? Make sure there's no other obstructions around you. Don't do it if you're driving. Okay? All right. So, if you're ready, I will begin. Okay. I'd just like you to close your eyes and just clear your mind of all the events of the day and the week. And just let them fade away into the background. So the only thing that's important now is you lying down, listen to the sound of my voice, allowing the conscious mind the opportunity to gradually begin to slow down, function by function, step by step, whilst the unconscious mind now begins to rise to the surface. Each breath that you take, each sound that I make, allowing the process of relaxation to gradually begin. Again. And I'm going to give you some nice simple instructions that will assist the physical body in completely relaxing. And as the physical body relaxes, so too does the deep unconscious rise to meet the conscious. And to begin this process of relaxation, I'd like you to focus all of your attention onto the very center of your forehead. And as you focus on the center of the forehead, I'd like you to imagine all the muscles in the center gradually beginning to relax. And this causes the third spiritual eye, that is etched metaphorically in the center of the forehead, to now open, awakening your spiritual senses, allowing us to travel today to visit your soul. As the relaxation of the center of the forehead spreads out across to your temples, tension and anxiety can drain completely away. As it flows down the side of your face, the muscles in your cheeks can relax, muscles around the eyes relaxing, eyelids becoming very heavy as you sink deeper and deeper and deeper into trance. Good. Your shoulders and arms can relax now. Your chest and stomach relaxing. Your hips relaxing. Your legs. And finally, your feet. Until the whole body lies perfectly calm, perfectly relaxed. The unconscious mind now preparing itself to shift and alter in accordance with the images I'm now about to give. Good. Any moment from now, I'm going to be suggesting to you pictures and images for you to create in your mind. And these pictures are going to represent and directly access their deeper core metaphorical structures. And during this process, I'll be asking for the pictures to shift and alter. And as the pictures change, so too do the structures of the unconscious mind change. And this allows a corresponding change in the physical world in which you live. To begin this journey today, I want you to imagine you're walking through the Garden of Eden. It's a nice, beautiful day in Eden. You feel the rays of the sun shining down on you from the sky above. Hear the sounds of birds singing in the trees. Feel the atmosphere in this nice, peaceful garden. And as you walk through the Garden of Eden, I'd like you to imagine that with you, walking by your side, is the metaphor of your wolf. As the unconscious accesses the wolf metaphor now. And he walks right by your side, keeping pace with your every step, acting as your companion, your motivation, your stamina, and your strength. And together, you and the wolf walk down to the river of life that flows through the center of Eden. And you find a nice shaded tree in the banks of the river where you lie down with your wolf and drift off to sleep. And as you sleep, you're going to experience another journey. And this is like a trance within a trance, or a dream of a dream. To experience this journey, I'm going to count backwards from 3 down to 1. And as I count, I'd like you to imagine your spirit is leaving your body. You can now, with a count of 3, feel yourself rising in the air. You look down on your body, sleeping below. Wolf lies by your body side, keeping it safe so your spirit can go travelling. Then, with a count of 2, you float through the clouds. And greeting you in the air is a metaphor known as Pegasus, the white-winged horse. You hop on the back of Pegasus. He takes you into the outer atmosphere of the earth. As on the count of 1, you enter the regions of outer space, travelling past the moon, past the planets, and all you can see, everywhere you look, is stars. And now, as you travel even higher still, I'd like you to imagine you come to a land of mist, floating in space. And this is a metaphor known as the mists of heaven, the homes of the soul, the deepest, most sacred part of the human mind. Pegasus lands in the mist. You hop off his back. And once you imagine before you, you see this beautiful crystal city with streets paved with gold. And this is a metaphor known as the city of heaven. You walk up to the gates of the city. And standing in the city gates, waiting to greet you, is Michael, the archangel. He reaches out and embraces. Then he welcomes you to the city and opens the gates, and you walk inside. And as you walk down the golden streets of the city, you can see angels lining the city streets, singing their songs. And the sounds of their songs only add to the magical wonder of the city of heaven. And then you walk to the very center of the city, where there's a large marble temple. I'd like you to open the door of the temple and walk inside. And in the very center of the temple, there's a large fire burning with a round column of light shining up at the very center of the fire. And this image represents the soul itself. And because you're in your spirit form, you can walk into the flames of the fire without them burning you. I'd like you to do that now. And then you walk into the light itself. And as you stand in the light, you feel the energy and power of the light. Feel the essence of love contained within the light. Let this energy fill you and nurture you, stimulating all parts of your being, body and mind, and emotions, as the deep unconscious processes this image now. Now on the ground, I want you to imagine you can see a golden box. This is a metaphor known as the Ark of the Covenant. It contains the laws of conduct and behavior that we live by. You open the Ark and look inside. There's a set of scrolls inside the Ark, and these are the laws. You pick up the scrolls, open them up, and there's rows and rows of writing on the scrolls. And down at the very bottom of the scrolls, I'd like you to write some new laws. And these laws that you're going to write represent your behavior and conduct and wishes and desires over the next few days or weeks. Excellent. And now, as you write these words on the scrolls, the deep unconscious shifts and alters, processing these images now. And now I want you to roll up the scrolls, put them back into the ark. And I can count forwards from 1 to 3. You'll rise up the light. Begin now the count of 1, rising up the light. You float through the roof. Greeting you in the air is Pegasus the horse. You hop on his back. He takes you back down past the planets and the moon. As on the count of 2, you re-enter the outer atmosphere of the Earth, floating down to your body below. You re-enter your body and wake up in the Garden of Eden and look around. And there is a wolf waiting for you. He jumps up and greets you. And you sit down on the banks of the river and rest. As the deep unconscious shifts and alters, processing these images now. Excellent. And this is the end of this journey. And I can count forwards, 1 to 5, bring you back up out of trance. And you'll come back to the room wide awake, fully refreshed. And the unconscious will process all these images over the next few days and weeks. So on the count of 1, just have the images slowly begin to fade. As 2, the unconscious mind recedes back to where it was. And 3, breathing heart rate gradually begin to return to normal. As 4, conscious mind reawakens. And 5, you can open your eyes and come back to the room wide awake and fully refreshed. Alright, that was the generic soul walk. And this is a journey I give fairly often. Of course, that was the generic form of it. In practice, the journeys change and shift and alter according to individual circumstances. And the laws that are written on the scrolls will be unique laws according to the individual themselves. Okay, so so there you go. That's the soul journey, and hopefully it's given you a little bit of experience into some of the deeper aspects of reverse speech, which is all about the soul and the nature of the soul and human nature and who we are as people. And reverse speech has the potential to answer many of these questions of our personality and nature. Who is God? What is the soul? What lies beyond death? And why do we do the things we do and say the things that we say? And reverse speech has the potential to answer many of these questions. And we're going to continue to explore these questions as the year goes on, as we continue to play you various reversals and explore some of the deeper aspects of reverse speech. So there you go. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is let me see if there's any other significant soul reversals I can play you, but I think I played you most of the ones I've got saved. I've really got to start to collect more soul reversals. Here's one about the spirit. Let's run this one forwards. Oops, hang on, I've got to turn on my audio. That will make it better. Okay, here we go.
With the feedback from the reversals that I've done with it, it's for me, it's not hard anymore. It's really lovely.
And this one says, Spirit and the goddess will serve her.
Spirit and the goddess will serve her.
Wow.
Spirit and the goddess will serve her. Spirit and the goddess will serve her.
Yeah, so spirit and the goddess will serve her. So here's the forwards again.
With the feedback from the reversals that I've done with it, it's for me, it's not hard anymore. It's really lovely.
Yeah, so she's talking about how she feels after the meta walks and after the round of session work. And spirit and the goddess will serve her. Here it is again.
Spirit and the goddess will serve her.
Spirit and the goddess will serve her. Spirit and the goddess will serve her.
Yeah, so there we go. Spirit and the goddess will serve her. So that's what has happened to her as a result of her session work. Okay. All right. So if you want to call in and talk to me for the last half hour of the show, the call-in number is 844-769-2944. That's 844-769-2944. Toll free in the United States. Tell me what you thought about this program, about the soul, and some of the deeper aspects of reverse speech. We're going to be playing some Gen reversals in the last half hour of this show, going back to the archives that I've been going through, for over a year now. I've been playing all my archives of a lot of reversals. A lot of reversals stored over the years. I think we worked out that I've got 2 million reversals in my computer that has been found for the last 30 years. So I would like to see someone calculate the odds of so many intelligent phrases occurring in speech for it to be a mere coincidence. The skeptics will say it's coincidence. You take any section of speech and run it backwards, you're bound to find some sections of intelligible phrases. And so there you go. Okay. And however, reversals occurring very frequently, once every 15 or 20 seconds, and they detail the deepest aspects of our human nature and our psyche, who we are, why we're here, our mission and our purpose, the way to God. All of that can be found in reverse speech. And I think such an important discovery. It needs to be studied and analyzed. It needs to be scrutinized. Scientific community needs to research it. And all the studies have done so. Look, there's only been one official study done. That was by Monash University. And their test showed that the reversals did exist, that people could hear them. But they discounted it, saying that they had no linguistic qualifications. I mean, that's just ridiculous. If you do testing and you get positive results, you go and repeat your tests. And a lot of the other skeptics of reverse speech, claiming to be from reputable universities, have done no test at all. They simply poo-pooed the idea that it's ridiculous. You've got to conduct the tests. You've got to find it. You've got to validate the reversals. Okay, and all of these things have to be done. And there we go. So hopefully in the years to come, especially once we get voice recognition out, people will start to take it more seriously. Voice recognition will certainly quiet the skeptics up who say it's imagination, because if we've got computers hearing the reversals and analyzing them, then that's all very, very significant. So, okay, all right, that toll-free number once again to call in for the last half hour of the show, 844-769-2944. That's 844-769-2944. Would love to have you call in and give me your thoughts on some of the spiritual aspects of reverse speech. Okay, all right. So we will go to our archives, and I think we're up to in our archives, if I remember correctly. Well, we'll work that out when we get back. Okay, don't touch that dial, folks. We'll be back right after this.
What if we already know how to prevent and to reverse every known so-called disease? What if the government is in cahoots with the allopathic system to hide this information from you to keep you weak and enslaved to their system? What if living a higher quality of life than you ever thought possible was available to you now? Well, it's true. It's easier and more cost-effective than you think, and so life-changing that your only regret will not be having done it sooner. Because you already know what the answer is. Royal Velvet Pure. You've heard Jeff talk about it. You've heard the incredible testimonies that it has scores of benefits and it works for everyone. Now you may not know this. We have partnered with Jeff to empower you, giving you an opportunity we do not give anyone else. When you buy 2 Royal Velvet Pure, we give you another one free. Want to take that first step toward freedom and positive transformation? Go to royalvelvetnow.com. Click on the rinse icon in the upper right-hand corner or call us toll-free, 1-877-488-7423.
Would you like to change your life? Maybe access your deepest potential? Do you have blocks that hold you back or long-term issues you haven't been able to resolve? Then Reverse Speech Session Work is for you. With Reverse Speech Session Work, your voice is recorded and then analysed for speech reversals. These reversals will give a detailed look into the unconscious mind and pinpoint precise reasons for current behavioural problems. Then following another recording, a series of metaphoric journeys into the unconscious mind are mapped out and delivered to you. These journeys will change deep unconscious structures and hence current behaviour. Change your life today. Sign up for Reverse Speech Session Work. Go to www.reversespeech.com or call 503-568-7077. Okay, we are back for the last half hour of the weekly Reverse Speech Show, and we have explored the spiritual aspects of reverse speech in today's show. In the last half an hour, I'm going to go back to the archives. We are looking at the end of August 2017, and here we have Ann Coulter talking about Charlottesville.
They forced them to walk past the left-wing fascists. And do not say the violence was only coming from the, quote, Nazis or white nationalists.
And this one says, in love with his son.
In love with his son.
Oh, yeah.
In love with his son.
In love with his son.
Huh. Don't know what she means by in love with his son. Here's Bernie Sanders talking about the end of Israeli occupation.
Brave people uniting around a common set of values with clear goals can change a country. They can change the world. They can even change the Israeli-Palestinian conflict.
And this one says, let us in the market. Huh. Huh. Maybe he's calling about the end of occupation because it's beneficial financially. I don't know. Here's the former Commander Kirk Lippold on the USS McCain accident.
That's part of the problem. We've gone from having 3 lookouts on a ship now to just having 1. These kinds of shortfalls where we have cut and cut and cut.
And this one says, he was all bullshit.
He was all bullshit.
Huh.
He was all bullshit.
He was all bullshit. And here's Senator Graham talking about North Korea.
As a nuclear threat in the world.
Well, this is the ultimate question. I know it's early in the morning.
And he says, choke employees.
Choke employees.
Huh.
Choke employees. Choke employees.
Yeah, there it is. Okay. All right, here we have another one.
There is a military option to destroy North Korea's program and North Korea itself. He's not going to allow President Trump the ability of this madman to have a missile to hit America.
This one says, file on a gun.
File on a gun.
File on a gun.
Huh.
File on a gun.
Huh. Interesting reversal. Somehow I think I've played these. I think I played these. You know what? I'm going to go to September. These seem remarkably familiar. All right. Here's a black Trump supporter speaking out.
Always divide and conquer. People have the right to choose whatever they want. What the hell has that got to do with Donald Trump? He's not a racist. I'm sick of that. It's a scam. And I know it's not going to get on CNN. We're sick of you media.
This one says, much blood go with the goddamn warhead. Wow.
Much blood go with the goddamn warhead.
Oh, boy.
Much blood go with the goddamn warhead.
It's there.
Much blood go with the goddamn warhead.
Oh, dear me. Is that a ominous future tense prediction? Let's play it again. Much blood go with the goddamn warhead.
Much blood go with the goddamn warhead.
Wow.
Much blood go with the goddamn warhead.
That's clear.
Much blood go with the goddamn warhead.
And here we have General McClerney says we should destroy North Korea.
Then we start building up our other forces, etc. He will not last 15 minutes, and he can't put enough artillery into Seoul.
And this one says, enemy's fifth cell.
Enemy's fifth cell.
Huh.
Enemy's fifth cell. Enemy's fifth cell.
Probably talking about a North Korean cell in South Korea. Let me see. Let's see the forwards again.
Then we start building up our other forces, etc. He will not last 15 minutes, and he can't put enough artillery into Seoul.
Okay, talking about probably North Korea putting military into Seoul. Enemy's fifth cell.
Enemy's fifth cell.
Enemy's fifth cell.
Huh. Interesting reversal. All right, here's General Miley talking about the readiness of U.S. military to fight North Korea.
Would it be similar to what we've seen over the last 15 years in Iraq and Afghanistan?
No, it would not look anything like the war in Iraq and Afghanistan.
What would it look like?
Well, it depends on our actions, action, reaction, counteraction. There's several different possibilities, and I don't want to go into any great detail on any of them.
And this one says identical gun.
Identical gun.
Huh.
Identical gun.
Wow.
Identical gun.
Oh, well, I guess they've got an identical gun. They're ready to fight. Huh, let's play that reversal again.
Identical gun. Identical gun.
Identical gun.
Yeah, well, it's certainly there. No doubt about that. All right, here we have another one from General Miley. Millie.
It would be a tragedy of immense proportions on a city of Seoul with 27 million people and a population density of 4 times that of New York City. It would be huge. And their tube and rocket artillery alone can pump in 250,000 rounds a day into that city. It would be huge. It would be enormous.
And this one says the war sadist.
The war sadist?
Huh.
The war sadist. The war sadist.
The war sadist. Yes, well, anyone will be a sadist to start war on that. All right, here's the Jewish Congressman Steve Cohen talking about Trump needs to be impeached.
He doesn't understand his job as president. He is morally, ethically, and intellectually incapable of being president of the United States of America. He needs to resign.
And this one says, Kaza will see me. I am obsessed.
Kaza will see me. I am obsessed.
Kaza will see me. I am obsessed. Kaza will see me.
Okay, I don't know what Kaza is. Kaza is spelled Khazar. Is that a name? Is that a place? Kaza will see me. I am obsessed. Yeah, okay, all there. All right. All right, here we have another one. This is funny. Joel Osteen responding to criticism that his church didn't house refugees.
You know, it was a big storm, but, maybe next time we would be a shelter before, get people housed before the storm, but nobody dreamed that, even the mayor, he never dreamed that he'd fill up 10,000 evacuees in the big shelter just down the street from us. So it's caught a lot of us by surprise.
And this one says, you must send him your money.
We must send him your money.
We must send him your money. You must send him your money.
You must send in your money. I'll play it again.
We must send him your money.
We must send him your money. You must send him your money.
Shopping already, hey? Wanting money out of the tragedy. Typical. All right, here we have Mattis talking about North Korea.
And have never accepted that all problems should be solved by their government. We've always thought we roll up our sleeves in our local communities and we work.
And this one says, and bugger the boss.
And bugger that boss.
And bugger that boss. And bugger that boss.
Yeah, there it is. And bugger the boss. I guess the boss is Kim Jong-un. Mess him up. Destroy him. Here it is. And bugger the boss.
And bugger that boss.
And bugger that boss. And bugger that boss.
Yeah, there it all is. Okay. All right, here we have another one from Mattis on North Korea.
It has always been not the military, it's the U.S. military. It belongs to you. It's accountable to you.
This one says gun Nazi war.
Gun Nazi war.
Gun Nazi war. Gun Nazi war.
Well, there you go. He's obviously thinking war in his mind. All right, here we have another one.
Characterize this as a threat, a North Korean threat to the world's community. How often do you see France and China, Russia, the United States? I can go.
And this one says he's seen the power.
He's seen the power.
Oh, yeah.
He's seen the power.
Wow.
He's seen the power.
Probably talking about Kim Jong-un has seen the power of the United States. Here we go. He's seen the power. I'll play it again.
He's seen the power.
He's seen the power. He's seen the power.
Yeah, there we go. All right, here we have Mattis again on North Korea.
I understand the question. It's very valid, but I don't tell the enemy in advance what I'm going to do. Our readiness, we are ready.
And this one says, sending error.
Sending error.
Sending error. Sending error.
Sending error. Yeah, there we go. I'll do it again.
Sending error.
Sending error. Sending error.
Yeah, nice. So who's sending error? Are they sending error? Should they not be doing this? Here's Mattis again.
Because having lived for 3 years on Sand Hill Road after I got off active duty, I was keenly aware of the energy, the intellectual rigor.
And this one says they followed your fire.
They followed your fire.
They followed your fire. They followed your fire.
Yeah, there it is. They followed your fire. Gee whiz, did they key off America somehow? Here we have McMaster's on the U.S.'s military capabilities.
One is threats, enemies, and adversaries in the future operating environment. And you can look at, obviously, books that really cover some of these specific threats and so forth. The book Putinism is good on Russia, I think, for example.
This one says, throw forces out.
Throw forces out.
Oh, yeah.
Throw forces out. Throw forces out.
Yeah, nice and clear. Gee whiz, that's an interesting reversal. Hey, let's listen to the forwards again on this one.
One is threats, enemies, and adversaries in the future operating environment. And you can look at, obviously, books that really cover some of these specific threats and so forth. The book Putinism is good on Russia. I think, for example,
throw forces out.
Throw forces out.
Throw forces out. Throw forces out.
Okay, throwing Kim Jong-un's forces out? Interesting, I don't know. All right, here he is again, McMasters.
Thank you for the opportunity to be with you. I look forward to hearing where you'd like to take the discussion. Thank you.
This one says, get to kill you.
Get to kill you.
Wow.
Get to kill you. Get to kill you.
I guess that's what happens, doesn't it, in war? Get to kill you. All right, here we have another reversal on McMasters.
Being able to resolve this in a timely manner because we narrowly circumscribed our effort and instead relied only on, really mainly on standoff capabilities.
And this one says, go with the big finance.
Go with the big finance.
Go with the big finance. Go with the big finance.
Yes, it would be big finance, wouldn't it? Big money. War is not cheap. I certainly can't fund it out of my packet. All right, here we have the next one.
In their endeavor to fulfill their motto, which is also their mission, endure and expand. Now, the land offensive, obviously, in Iraq, the Turkish offensive in Syria are really denying the enemy a lot of the territory that they had. And the shift has occurred toward their eventual defeat.
And this one says, jerk is efficient.
Jerk is efficient.
Huh.
Jerk is efficient. Jerk is efficient.
I'll be bothered. Jerk is efficient. Yeah, there it is. Huh. Okay, here we have another one. Let's run this forwards.
Sociology and political science to understand civil-military relations in our society and to help maintain the connection between our military and those in whose name we fight and serve.
This one says, units ordinate.
Units ordinate.
Units ordinate. Units ordinate.
That one's not as clear as some of the others. All right, here we have Netanyahu. Lies about Assad using chemical weapons.
When I saw the images of babies suffocating from a chemical attack in Syria, I was shocked and outraged. There is no excuse whatsoever for the deliberate attack on civilians and on children, especially with crude and outlawed chemical weapons. I call on the international community to fulfill its obligation from 2013 to fully and finally remove these horrible weapons from Syria.
This one says, Iris, they had a look.
Iris, they had a look. Iris, they had a look. Iris, they had a look.
And I think Iris was a espionage software program, I think I was told, or something similar to that. And here's Netanyahu again.
When I saw the images of babies suffocating from a chemical attack in Syria, I was shocked and outraged.
Oh, it's the same forwards. Okay, the reverse is, we groom you enough.
We groom you enough.
Huh.
We groom you enough. We groom you enough.
Huh. We groom you enough. Well, that's interesting. Wonder what he means by that. All right, here's a Trump pardoning Arpaio. All right, here we go.
And if you look at, as an example, President Clinton pardoned Mark Rich.
Here he says, they believe in it.
They believe in it.
They believe in it. They believe in it.
Yeah, there we go. And then we've got this one here.
And Sheriff Joe was very unfairly treated by the Obama administration, especially right before an election that he would have won. So, and he was elected many times. So,
it says the sheriff send them on the mob.
The sheriff sent them up.
The sheriff sent them up. The sheriff sent them up.
The sheriff sending the mob. Let's listen to the forwards
and
again.
Sheriff Joe was very unfairly treated by the Obama administration, especially right before an election that he would have won. So, and he was elected many times. So,
And the sheriff sending the mob.
The sheriff sending them out.
The sheriff sending them out. The sheriff sending them out.
Well, obviously reference to Sheriff Arpaio. What does it mean by sending the mob? Gee, you'd have to know some of the history behind it, wouldn't you? All right, here's Trump on Russia-U.S. relations.
Russia has a lot of respect for Finland, so that's always good. But I think Finland is doing fine with Russia, and I hope that the United States will someday be able to have a very good relationship with Russia also.
And this reversal says, the battle they did muscle.
The battle they did muscle.
Huh.
The battle they did muscle. The battle they did muscle.
And here is world's leading psychiatrist, Keith Ablow, says Trump is a genius. Oh, yeah? Okay.
Well, what I would say is recent history being something of a guide, I would be loath to judge the man to have deficits that don't pay off, right? So, through all of this, people have said, no, it's impossible. He can't possibly win the presidency. Look what he said.
Well, you're right.
Well, look, he's president.
This one says, and I am the judge.
And I am the judge.
Huh.
And I am the judge. And I am the judge.
I want to listen to the forwards again on this. Here's the forwards again.
Well, what I would say is recent history being something of a guide, I would be loath to judge the man to have deficits that don't pay off, right? So, through all of this, people have said, no, it's impossible. He can't possibly win the presidency. Look what he said.
Well, you're right.
Well, look, he's president.
And here it says, and I am the judge.
And I am the judge.
And I am the judge. And I am the judge.
Oh, well, he sees himself as the judge, I guess. All right, here's Alex Jones saying Hillary smells like hell.
Hillary, I'm not kidding. People say, that, folks, I've been told this by high-up folks. They say, listen, Obama and Hillary both smell like sulfur.
Huh. This person says they're shit.
They're shit. They're shit.
They're shit.
Huh. Okay, here's Charlie Rose interviewing Steve Bannon.
Like a week or before, something like that. And it was all this thing in the press every day, Trump TV, because Trump's going to lose by 10 points. It's over. And this whole scam.
So Roger calls you up and says you're going to lose?
No, he says, hey, can you come to Palm Beach?
And Soros, my source.
Soros, my source.
Soros, my source.
Huh, you know what? I don't like that reversal. That's not very clear. Let's try another one, the same interview.
And he said,
so Roger wanted to talk about the future in which after Donald Trump lost and build a new media empire. And build a new media empire.
Yes.
And this one says, so much blood.
So much blood.
Wow.
So much blood. So much blood.
I'll be bothered. So much blood. All right, here's John Brennan. Oh, admitting to hell chemtrails, oh yeah?
Providing the world economy additional time to transition from fossil fuels. This process is also relatively inexpensive. The National Research Council estimates that a fully deployed SAI program would cost about $10 billion yearly.
Well, I don't know how that admits to chemtrails, but backwards he says, Hillary, still on the unit, I will talk to my wolf.
Hillary, still on the unit, I will talk no matter where.
Huh.
Hillary, still on the unit. Try to talk no matter what.
I'll be bothered.
Hillary, still on the unit. Try to talk no matter what.
Well, I'll be. There we go. All right, here is a citizen confronting Huma Aberdeen at Hillary's book signing.
Huma, it's so great to see you. I have a question for you. When are you going to divorce your husband for texting underage girls?
We're going to step out of here. We're going to step out of here.
This one says, read the sacred Talmud.
Oi, sister gostamos.
Huh.
Oi, sister gostamos.
I'll be bothered.
Oi, sister gostamos.
He clearly wants Huma to read the Talmud. Read the sacred Talmud.
Oi, sister gostamos. Oi, sister gostamos. Oi, sister gostamos.
Yeah, well, that's what it says. All right. Here's a distraught single mum confronting Trudeau. Oh, yeah?
And I did it.
it. I've done it for the last year. I lived without hydro for 5 days after paying a $680 bill. They showed up one day.
And this one says, in a puddle of shit, I brought it in, you're not facing it. Oh, it's clear. Wow. Wow, it's a nice clear reversal here. Here's the forwards again.
And I did it. I've done it. I've done it for the last year. I lived without hydro for 5 days after paying a $680 bill. They showed up one day.
And this is in a puddle of shit. I brought it in. You're not facing it. Don't normally get that long. That's unusually long for a reversal. And here's the same woman again confronting Canadian Prime Minister Trudeau.
And we offer programs that help people with disabilities go back to school.
This one says, it's my wolf.
It's my wolf.
Oh, yeah.
It's my wolf.
It's my wolf. So her wolf is motivating her. This is the forwards again.
And we offer programs that help people with disabilities go back to school.
Okay, so she's offering programs to help people with disabilities get back to school, and it's my wolf. Tells us she's motivated and driven to have this happen.
It's my wolf. It's my wolf. It's my wolf.
Yeah, there it all is. All right, same mum again.
I was going to buy my own home. A single mom living in Ontario, Canada.
This one says, Mum will miss it.
Mom will miss it.
Huh.
Mom will miss it. Mom will miss it.
Play, she'll never get her own home. All right, here's Hillary in a clunger reversal.
Take a deep breath and relax and just, sit back because here they come again. We're going to have to just ride through this as we have so many of these other false accusations.
This one says, I have never lied in my head.
I have never lied in my head.
Wow.
I have never lied in my head.
I have never lied in my head. Pretty scary reversal. To her, she has never lied.
I have never lied in my head. I have never lied in my head.
True sociopath, she's someone who believes her own lies. And here we have another reversal on her.
You are going to hear from all kinds of voices. I was a senator for 8 years.
And this one says, I'm a freak.
I'm a freak.
I'm a freak. I'm a freak. Okay, she's a freak. All right, fair enough. Well, there we go, folks. That's the end of our show. Next week, I'm going to be in a plane this time, so I'll have a pre-recorded show already for you. So, and I'll see you live again in 2 weeks' time. Bye-bye, all. Would you like to change your life? Maybe access your deepest potential? Do you have blocks that hold you back? Or long-term issues you haven't been able to resolve? Then Reverse Speech Session Work is for you. With Reverse Speech Session Work, your voice is recorded and then analysed for speech reversals. These reversals will give a detailed look into the unconscious mind and pinpoint precise reasons for current behavioural problems. Then following another recording, a series of metaphoric journeys into the unconscious mind are mapped out and delivered to you. These journeys will change deep unconscious structures and hence current behaviour. Change your life today. Sign up for Reverse Speak session work. Go to www.reversespeak.com or call 503-568-7077.
Known worldwide as the most consistently fascinating, informative, and unique program on radio, the Jeff Rense program can be yours to listen to anytime, anywhere, whenever you want to hear it. For pennies a day, our subscribers can download any of Jeff's thousands of programs featuring a treasury of newsmakers, researchers, eyewitnesses, and incredible subjects, all in MP3 commercial-free, crystal-clear 56-bit digital sound, and take these often unforgettable programs with them wherever they go. As a subscriber, you can also listen live at airtime, online, anywhere in the world, or browse through our archives of over 6,000 hours of legendary broadcasts. Subscribe now by taking the link at the top of Rense.com and enrich your mind with the most unique panorama of vital information and the best independent, honest journalism in radio. Look for the Subscribe Now link on Rense.com and give yourself the knowledge you need for these unprecedented times. You're listening to the Rense Radio Network, nationwide and worldwide on the net and at Rense.com.
Are you prepared for the future? Do you know how to navigate past the upcoming dangers before it's too late and seize budding opportunities before others do? Forecasting worldwide since 1980, Gerald Celente, publisher of the Trends Journal, provides timely and accurate trend forecasts that have earned him the reputation as the most trusted name in trends. The proof is in the hundreds of accurate forecasts Celente has made over the past 30 years. The 1987 stock market crash, the clean food trend, the dot-com bust. The Trends Journal alerts subscribers to early, subtle signs of crucial trends that will shape our future. It allows readers to anticipate change, recognize the implications, and take proactive strategies. Put your money where your mind is with Gerald Celente's brilliant and indispensable Trends Journal. Go to trendsjournal.com or call 845-331-3500. That's 845-331-3500.
The views and opinions expressed by the guests, callers, and hosts on this and all Rense Radio Network programs do not necessarily reflect or agree with those of the network, its commercial sponsors, its radio station affiliates, or Internet broadcast platforms. In these controversial times, we believe the First Amendment and freedom of the press are absolutely essential to the survival of our nation. Thank you. And now, enjoy the program.
B12.
Well, hello and welcome to the worldwide broadcast of the Ted and Austin Brower Show, bringing you the latest world news and health research. Hope everybody's having a wonderful Wednesday today. Lots of news going on as always. And how are you doing today, Dad?
Austin, doing absolutely wonderful. Our beautiful clear blue skies that we had yesterday have been completely taken over with a fog of chemtrails again. So a lot of people all over the country are unbelievably sick, and Dane talked about that yesterday. In fact, right now there's a severe influenza epidemic, and it is jamming emergency rooms all across the United States as the death toll is rising all over the place.